All right, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Also, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from, and peace and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. Came across this video through the Spirit, led me to do an epistle about it. So there's one main point is right there when that police dog is attacking his handler, all right, his owner. And that's just the spirit, because that's what the Lord promised us, man, through his word, that type of protection during Jacob's trouble. And also just the complete chaos that is this video is what we're prophesying Jacob's trouble is going to be like, man. All right, now you got this guy look like a Jake, maybe, and he's just escaping all type of dangerous situations, man. Barely escape getting hit by that big truck and things like that. And then there's just the spirit of the Lord protecting the Lord, the hopeful elect, man. And that's what we gotta have, a type of faith that we have to have, that the Lord will be with us. If they send actual attack dogs, if they send robot dogs, drones, etc., because we know all these things are coming for the ones that fear Yahweh Hashem Shah in relation to that persecution, man. All right, so this is the book of Job 5 and verse 23. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast of the earth. So in the scripture speak about the Lord mocking when their calamity come, the wicked, the 2/3 of the nation of Israel. So we'll laugh because we'll be able to eat during the time where we told our people a famine was coming. Repent, come back to Yahweh Bahashem and Yahweh Shah. That was a verse 23. That was 22. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. And that's the point right there, man. All right, the beast of the field, a dog, a lion, a bear, etc. All right, these creatures that the Lord created on the earth. He said he was going to utilize that as well as a judgment during Jacob's trouble, during this time like the earth has never seen before. But for the Lord's hopeful elect, these are things that they will be spared from, man. So yeah, and not only will they not attack us, but hey, man, they're liable to bring us food. They're liable to attack on our behalf, just like you saw that dog right there, man. It's all that training, years and years of being with that handler, being with his owner, knowing who the bad guy is. And that is not the first. I've actually done an epistle a few years back about that very same thing happening to another police officer. Same thing, man. They tried to send the attack dog out, and Yahweh, but Hashem and Hawashah had other plans, man. All right. And that's what we got to remember. That's the power that we serve, man. He controls everything, controls people, animals, situations, experiences. So as long as we're doing what we're supposed to do, keeping the law, teaching our people to do the same thing, hey, Yahweh Hashem Awashai will be with us, and he'll put the spirit on the dog to, in fact, not attack us and attack his owner, his handler. That goes for any type of situation that we find ourselves. Same thing with the modern day sword. All right. These people that trust in that sword, that's why the Lord taught us not to. Hey, it's nothing for the Lord to put the spirit on that weapon to not work. It happens all the time when that gun jam, man. All right, so all these things, and that's why don't trust in your sword. Don't trust in material things. Don't trust in, the things that we can see. That's what faith is all about. We can't see Yahweh Hashem Shah. We can't see the power, but in that day, we sure will. They sure will, when the Lord lift up that standard, man. When the enemy come in like a madman, sparing none. Okay, let's see. Let's go to the book of 2 Corinthians. This is 2 Corinthians 11 and 6. But though I be rude in speech, so in relation to how the Lord has us speaking, and it isn't 100% that the Lord deal with balance. Sometimes we speak very meek, and you know what I mean. But on the highways and byways, we do lift up our voice as a trumpet. And the things that we do say, we do use harsh speech sometimes, what they call rude speech, yet not in knowledge, meaning, hey, we're not stupid. We know what time it is. We understand prophecy. We're at the end of the world. World War III is right around the corner. The mark of the beast is right around the corner. So we're not rude in knowledge. We're rude in speech, the way that we deliver it sometimes. But we have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things, man. All right. So that's the point. A lot of our people get offended, or woe to them, man. The scriptures speak about woe to you, destruction, because you were offended. So when we hear these rude speeches, all right, from these prophets, we're not to get offended, because it is for our good, man. All right, all day it ain't nothing but a bunch of cussing. All these movies ain't nothing but a bunch of cussing going on. But when we do it in righteousness, everybody got a problem with it. You go to these movies where there's cussing, PG-13. Is it really though? Probably should be rated R with some of the language that they put. And you go take your child to a PG-13 movie, and they talking real crazy, man. Look at the new a scary movie trailer. They got a whole dildo in that thing, man. All right, so we got to get out of here. All right, but let's not be offended in the message, man, because it is just the truth. It is gonna get harsh. It is gonna be them coming in like a madman, sparing none, even the ones that fear Yahweh by Hashem and Hawashah. So they'll come in with drones, attack dogs, etc., all type of things. But if we serve the Lord and meditate on His word, on the Lord will be with us, and that in fact will happen. That's a light thing for the Lord to make a dog. They damn near, I won't say dumb, because they're not dumb, but I mean they're not intelligent like man. They have their own like type of intelligence. But man, well, come on, man, it's nothing for the Lord to distract a dog, man. It happens all the time, even in competitions, man. I've briefly watched like dog competitions when they're running and racing and going through them obstacle courses. It happens, man, where all that training, how many times, no matter how many times the dog has done this obstacle course, for whatever reason, sometimes they'll stop, they'll go off the course, all type of stuff, man. All right, so it's a light thing for the Lord to put that spirit on an animal that's trying to attack us. Is basically what I'm saying. So call hello Yahweh Bahashem and Hawashah, man. All we gotta do is continue in serving the Lord, man. We'll be just fine, man. But that was a crazy video. All that chaos, man. But that's what's happening during Jacob's trouble. It's gonna be a time like the earth has never seen before. People not gonna know where to go. Who knows how far the Lord is gonna take it? We probably won't have cell phones or access. It'll be a blackout. So, however, information is gonna be relayed will be different in that day. We're used to getting text messages, mass text messages, and things like that. Well, if the power goes out, or EMP attack or something like that happens, well, the information that's gonna be relayed is gonna be a little bit different, man. You may be getting it from your local government, man. They may be putting it out. You may have to go downtown to get information in that day, man. You never know. You know what I mean? There's gonna be a time like the earth has never seen before. So it's very important that you in good standing with the Lord. Just keep it real. Okay. So Book of James 1:22, and it reads, Be be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. So you're deceiving yourselves, you're lying to yourselves if you're not actually putting forth a decent effort to actually do the things that you say. All right, the law, statutes, and commandments. Did you observe the Passover that we just observed? Were you there if you were a male, okay, of our nation? All right, so we're not just to be pretenders. We're not just to be lip sayers, lip service, man. We're actually supposed to execute the things that we're saying. It starts with the men, the prophets. So we got to go out on the highways and byways if that's our lot to do so. We have to do to edify daily to the best of our ability, man. These are all things of action, actually doing, and not just saying it, not just reading it, not just hiding our talents in a napkin. The scriptures speak about that. But we're gonna take the information that we learn, and then whatever the Lord wants us to do, we'll do it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem and Hawashah. For 23, for any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. For he beholdeth himself and goeth his way straightway, forgetteth what manner of man and he was. But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty, which is the law, statutes, and commandments, and continueth therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the word. And that's important, man, to do this now, because it's not going to be access to this truth like it is now. So you're going to have to be able to remember what we learned during the test. But a doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deeds. So, and we talk about like rehearsing the righteous acts, even things like fasting and praying. That's important to actually do those things and not just say you're doing it. That way you'll have experience of what it feels like to say something, ask for it, and it actually manifests. Of course, combined with the fasting, you'll experience what it's like to actually be physically hungry, and you'll see yourself being in the spirit. All right, so that's important to actually do these things, man, and not just be hearers of the word. Doing these things are characteristics of being of the Lord's hopeful elect, which we hope to be, which we'll do. Book of 2 Corinthians 2:11, and it reads, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And I did an epistle a couple days ago, maybe yesterday, going into robot drones and things like that. And they're just coming with it, but we're not ignorant of it. Just like ultimately the mark of the beast, man. It's here. It's just a matter of time before they implement it to the masses. We're not ignorant of that. We understand. Now we see it. We understand it now. With the Wi-Fi technology, now we see it all is speaking loudly, like it says in the book of Habakkuk. It's speaking. All right. But we're not ignorant. So we're not ignorant of the enemy coming in like a madman, sparing them with a damn dog, with guns drawn, blazing, with pestilence, doing a famine, hiking up prices, continuing to let hip hop and folly flourish in the middle of all this chaos. Just watch how, like, remember the pandemic and how they were still hooping inside of that so-called bubble while the country, everything else was shut down. Everything else so serious, so serious. This is so serious. But you see, the Lord not a man that he shall lie. He taught us folly was set in great folly set in great dignity here. So that's why they kept on hooping in the bubble during the pandemic, man, when the whole earth was supposed to be shut down and things like that. So it's important to be chaste, and it's important to take the low, be balanced, man. Not be with the rich, not be with the mirthful, the people partying. Be with Eve. That's the spirit she coming in, man. All right, that's the spirit that a kid comes in playing all the damn time. We're almost done, so we got to push through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Shah in order to enter into that rest, man. Then we can chill. Then we can, party, parlay, and do all that extra stuff, man. But right now, we got to work and we got to suffer and sacrifice until it's all over, with easier said than done, which is why we are, in fact, working like we're working, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah, because we actually want this nightmare to be over. Okay. But let's see. Book of 2 Esdras 8:60. But they which be created, starting with you Israelites, man, have defiled the name of him that made them. All right, and were unthankful unto him which prepared life for them. So that goes for you Israelites as well as the rest of the freaking creatures that were created by Yahweh Bahashim Awashah. Everybody taking his name in vain. Don't nobody care about the name of Yahweh Bahashim Awashah, the law thereof, man. Hey, it's okay. Verse 61. Therefore is my judgment now at hand. Okay. These things have not I showed unto all men. So that's going into the mysteries, the secrets spoken of in Amos. When the Lord say, he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophet. Everybody can't understand that, and everybody can't even receive it from the prophets that the Lord set up, because it is a mystery. People don't believe in that, but it's true. Okay. And the Lord hasn't shown his name unto all men. Okay. But unto thee and a few like thee. So the brothers, man, starting with the prophets and the teachers and the helpers of the prophets, then answer I said, behold, O Lord, now hast thou showed me the multitude of the wonders, and that's first and foremost the mysteries of the scriptures, man, the prophecy, which thou wilt begin to do in the last time, the last days, the latter times that the scriptures speak of, which we're in now, which the Lord has revealed unto his secrets, the servant who the prophets. But at what time thou hast not showed me, but now is that time that the Lord is revealing the wickedness of Esau, Edom, who he is and how he gets down. Going back to us not being ignorant of his devices. Satan, man, the so-called white man with his dogs, with his drones, he's a cunning hunter. The scriptures speak about that, man. Now we know it's all coming together. We see it now. That's why he likes to be on the damn police force, so he can hunt. That's why he likes to be in the military, so he can hunt. And it's coming to a time, once again, here we go. One more go, our last go round where Esau Edom is getting ready to hunt. Remember the ice agents at its height, right there, right before it got cold, that cold storm, whatever you was seeing them go around. It was a certain spirit that the Lord was like, I guess because it was cold, man, and everybody was in the house, but it was just a certain spirit. Yeah, they was snatching people up, unaliving people. Don't think that that's over with. You got the wars, the rumors of wars, man. That's not over with. Pestilence, if you're watching, that's coming and creeping up slowly but surely. It's a pestilence on the rise. Food insecurity, gas insecurity. That's an issue, and everything requires, especially here in Babylon the Great, and most of these places, especially the cities, you got to have a car, you got to have a vehicle, or you got to have money to get on that bus, and all that requires oil and gas, and the prices are going up. So Babylon is being vexed, man. People are being they're angry, man. So all these things is a recipe for disaster, which is what we're prophesying. All right, so with that, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear again to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Till next time, Shalom.